Hi guys, Marky Sparky here, inventor of the Fauxbow Pro, a new way to shoot archery. Well, one of the main questions that I get asked all the time is, Sparky, what do we shoot at? I have lots of answers to that, but today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool bucket target that works perfectly with the Fauxbow Pro, and it's really simple to make. It basically uses about 2,500 soda straws. We finally figured out a way to use soda straws in a better way, and a bucket. So I'm going to show you how to build this. It takes about 20 minutes. Okay, first I'm going to show you what we're going to build, and then I'm going to show you how to build it. This is the bucket target that we're talking about. It's basically a bucket, and you can hang it on anything, tree, the wall, and it looks like this. It's a top. You take the top off the bucket, and you have a bunch of soda straws. And what happens is the arrow goes in and holds perfectly. And then when you're ready to reset it, you squash it back together, and it's ready to go again. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to build this. It won't take very long. Okay, step one. Go to Walmart or a paint store or Home Depot and buy yourself a standard 5-gallon bucket. This happens to be a blue one, very attractive. I started to rip off the paper, didn't rip off very well, but you start with a bucket. Looks like this. This one cost me about $2.99 at Walmart. Step two, buy yourself or find about 2,500 soda straws. These are 7.75 inches. It's really important to get them unwrapped because you don't want to unwrap 2,500 soda straws. Anyway, these are just black soda straws, very standard. You can drink a lot of soda. You can go to McDonald's and start taking the straws out of there. No, I don't recommend that. But you can start collecting your soda straws and put them to a good purpose. Step three, you're going to need a piece of cardboard about that big. You're going to cut the circle out later, but you'll need something rigid, piece of cardboard, piece of plastic, piece of wood, something thin, light, easy to maneuver, and easy to cut. Step four, you're going to need some kind of string, rope, cord, and a hook that you can hook on the wall or a tree, something that's easy to open and close, but string and a hook. Okay, step five. This is the fancy TV moment. You start with a bucket, just like that, and it has a bottom, see? Then, somehow, you get a sharp instrument, which you'll be very careful with, and you cut a hole in the bottom of the bucket. So, no cut, cut. This is going to be the hardest part of the whole thing. You got to cut a hole in it. Doesn't have to be too straight, but it has to be a nice hole so that you can put your head in it, and this is where you're going to shoot your arrows. What step was this? 5. This was step 5. Okay, step 6. This is a nice handle that comes with every bucket. What you need to do is work it through and take it off. And so now you have a really cool handle, and it's not attached to the bucket. You then turn the bucket over, and you drill yourself with a drill 2 small holes, one on one side and one on the other. And you reattach this, and magically it looks like this. So it's on the bottom of the bucket. This is where it was on the top, and now it's on the bottom. All you need is 2 little small holes, about 1/8 inch, and now you have a holder for your bucket. All right, we're up to step 7. You take your piece of cardboard or wood, and you take the bottom of the bucket that you just cut out, and you put it on there. You trace around it, and then this is the outside diameter, and you cut a hole or a circle or a piece like that. And what you're going to do is it's going to go in here and sit like that. So hopefully it won't come out the bottom. It'll go in the top, but not the bottom. Okay? Ta-da! All right, we're on step 8. Very difficult step. You're going to drill one more hole in the bottom of the bucket, and it is basically a 90-degree between the two here. It's right in the middle. And you drill a hole big enough for your cord, and this cord goes in the same hole as the handle came out of, and if you did it wrong, you can drill another hole. It's no big deal. You tie that up with your hook, maybe 18 inches long. So the cord's maybe 24 inches long, give or take. But it doesn't really matter how long this is. It just matters that you have enough room. The longer, the better. Okay, step 9. I forgot to tell you, you need a little piece of cord to connect the lid. So the lid has to have a little hole in it. Again, put a knot there so it stays. And on the other side, directly opposite the other string, directly opposite this, you're going to attach it here so the lid doesn't fall. I'm losing straws out the whole thing. This is the danger of this. Okay, so, see my demo straws here? Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on. Crucial. You've got to have that lid on. And then the straws can sit on top of the lid. Okay, now we're at step 10, and step 11 is the most fun part, but we're going to start with step 10. Step 10 is this is going to be connected. You've already connected it. You must put this on to keep the straws from dumping out. This is step 10. Step 11 is turning this over, and now we're going to fill that with straws. So, the way it works is, you take your 2,500 soda straws, looks like this, okay, and however they are, we get them in boxes. You can buy them on the internet too, by the way. You can just buy soda straws on the internet. I prefer the 7 3/4 version, like this. And basically, you're just dumping the straws in all at once. Now, it's not the easiest thing to do to dump all your straws in because they want to go all different directions. So you kind of have to pack them in, put some more in, pack them in, put some more in, pack them in. So what ends up happening through the magic of television is you get a full pack of straws like this. Now I put red ones in the middle, different size straw, but it just helps you and gives you something to shoot at. So here is your finished bucket target. And the cool thing is, since you put the handle on the other side, this can just be carried wherever you want to go. Then, when you get to your location, and we'll go hang it up in a minute and I'll show you how to shoot at it. When you get to your location, this is hanging like this on whatever. And then you take the lid off, and it looks like that, and that's what you're shooting at. So, just like that, hanging, and you have a really cool bucket target. I'm going to go hang it on the wall, and we'll shoot that, and we'll show you how it works. Hey guys, we're at Marky Sparky World headquarters and a testing ground for the Fauxbow Pro, and here's the target we just put together. Anyway, you carry it like that. You have your hook and your loop, and I put a little hook on the wall here. You can be doing that to a tree, garage door, anywhere, and open it up, and you have the perfect target to shoot at. Come around this way and shoot the straws. Okay, you can see this, and then I'm going to show you how to reset the target in a minute, but I'm going to shoot there, and you'll get to see how the straws hold the arrows perfectly. Okay, took 3 shots in. I take my arrows out. I put them off to the side. And here's how you reset the target, very simply. You turn it around, and you have this piece of cardboard back here. All you do is shove the cardboard in, see, and I'm pushing against the wall, which is great. And then you spin it around, and you're back to shooting again. So let me do this one more time. I will push an arrow in as if I shot it. Now, pull the arrow out. The difference here is that if you're hanging this from a tree, you don't have a wall to push against. So what I would do is I would put the lid on if I were outside to reset the target. I would spin it around and just push against the lid, turn it around, ready to shoot again. Okay, so I just shot a couple of arrows in there. I showed you how to reset the bucket target. One of the reasons that we don't sell this as a product is because it's very fussy. It's fun as a DIY, but it's if I were to sell it to you and you were to dump 3,000 soda straws out on location somewhere, you'd be very angry with me. So there are a few things that you can do when you're playing with this. You'll learn very quickly what not to do. One of the things you don't do is carry it from here without the lid on. Because if you don't have the lid on, then all these straws are going to just dump out all over the place. When you're resetting it, anytime that you're carrying this around, it has to be horizontal. If it's not, again, you're going to be dumping straws out. Another thing that's important is that you have to put enough straws in here so that it's not loose. Right now I'm pushing it and it's not moving because there's a lot of straws in here. If there's not a lot of straws in here, then what you'll find is your arrow will go in and kind of bounce out because it's going to hit the back and bounces out. These straws have to be packed as tightly as you can possibly pack them. The tighter you pack your straws, the less problems you're going to have. So when you're packing your 3,000 plus straws, make sure they are super tight. I mean, just crush them in here. Bend them, push them one at a time if you have to, but they've got to be tight enough to not fall out. They will settle over time and kind of take the shape of the bucket and get a little softer. Add a few more straws. If a few straws fall out, add a few more straws. If you dump them out all over the place, kind of dust off your straws, put them back in a vertical box. It's easier to load them and have fun with the target. So, in conclusion, this is the official Marky Sparky bucket target for Fauxbow Pro, and it doesn't take that long to build. You can do this with a bucket. You can do this with any kind of tubular thing. I like the bucket because it has a wedge shape. The wedge shape tends to be better when the arrows fly. As the straws move toward this way, the bucket gets narrower and the straws get tighter so they don't kind of blow out the back end. You don't want your straws blowing out the back end. That's a bad thing. If you make one, send me pictures of it. Send me pictures of you sharpshooters out there that are having fun making these targets. You can put them on stands. You can hang them on a wall. Send me pictures, and I don't know why I'm rambling on, but it's a fun target to build. Build your own. Again, Marky Sparky, inventor of the Fauxbow Pro. Go have fun. Shoot safely. Thank you. I forgot to tell you on the last one. Go to markysparkytoys.com and subscribe to our channel down there.